Madeira ground Airbus Golf, Hotel India Victor Echo. Could you please send the baggage?
Airbus Golf, Hotel India Victor Echo baggage is on the way.
Madeira ground Airbus Golf, Hotel India Victor Echo. Could you please send the catering truck?
Airbus Golf, Hotel India Victor Echo. The catering truck is on the road.
Madeira ground Airbus Golf, Hotel India Victor Echo. Could you please send a ramp?
Airbus Golf, Hotel India Victor Echo. A ramp is on its way.
Oh, what's going on?
Madeira Ground Airbus Golf Hotel India Victor Echo IFR to Lima Papa Papa India, ready to copy.
Airbus Golf Hotel India Victor Echo is cleared to Lima Papa Papa India Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 23 climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure frequency is 119.55 squawk 0424.
Airbus Golf Hotel India Victor Echo cleared to Lima Papa Papa India Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 23 climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure on 119.55 squawk 0424.
Airbus India Victor Echo, read that correct. Contact ground on 124.66. Good day.
Madeira Ground Airbus Golf Hotel India Victor Echo with Quebec ready to taxi IFR.
Airbus Golf Hotel India Victor Echo taxi to and hold short of runway 23 using taxiway Alpha Bravo cross runway 23. Contact tower on 124.66 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 23 using taxiway Alpha Bravo cross runway 23 Airbus India Victor Echo. Madeira Ground Airbus Golf Hotel India Victor Echo requesting pushback.
Airbus Golf Hotel India Victor Echo pushback request accepted.
Madeira Ground Airbus Golf Hotel India Victor Echo requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the right.
Airbus Golf Hotel India Victor Echo, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Madeira Ground Airbus
Yeah,
Golf
she thought
Hotel
that was
India
gonna
Victor
be
Echo
all fire
requesting
and
the end of pushback.
brimstone.
Airbus Golf Hotel India Victor Echo request to end pushback received.
Nothing. Conversation went good. Now I got a cat meowing at me, demanding my attention. You shall pet me, my human slave. Do my bidding, human. Do my bidding. Is there a booth? Arrival set. The cats are lonely.
Madeira Tower Airbus Golf, Hotel India Victor Echo, at runway 23 ready for departure IFR to Lima Papa Papa India.
Airbus Golf, Hotel India Victor
You
Echo,
guys will get Jade will
altimeter
be here
30.18,
I'm
with
around, but you
024
fuckers
at
don't
13.
like me.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 23.
You're only here to feed us and clean our shit.
Cleared for takeoff runway 23 Airbus Golf, Hotel India Victor Echo.
And occasionally, I bless you with the presence of my butthole. Yeah, I don't know what it is with... And it's... They've done switched roles, too, now. The one that used to be the cuddle monkey is like, no, leave me alone. And the one that used to Oliver, the one that used to be like, no, fucking leave me alone, is the one that's now sitting here meowing at me underfoot like a fucking baby. Wee, 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 wee. Yeah, he's always been demanding when he wants. Yeah, I want an Oompa Loompa and I want one now.
Airbus India Victor Echo, contact Lisbon Center on 119.55. Good day.
Hey, is your fucking shit working? Well, I'll check right now, as a matter of fact.
119.55 Airbus India Victor Echo.
Because that's fucking garbage about that conversation. Yeah, so like how we're taking over. Good, because you select the voice from OBX or whatever it is you're using. Well, what I'm saying is that you're...
Lisbon Center Airbus Golf,
What
Hotel
I'm saying
India
is
Victor
that
Echo
your
is
input and
passing
output
2,100 feet,
for
climbing 6,000
sound
Airbus Golf, Hotel India Victor
and
Echo,
input and
Lisbon
output
Center,
for
altimeter
voice
30.18
can be
radar
manually
contact.
selected, I believe.
401.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I packed the bolskies. I'm gonna check right now. That's why I was thinking about it, because I was like, oh yeah,
Airbus
to
India
think of it.
Victor Echo climb
Let me
and
fucking
maintain
find out if your
16,000
shit's
feet.
working. Because if we're having a one-sided conversation again, I'm gonna say some
Climb
outlandish
and
fucking
maintain
shit.
16,000 feet Airbus India Victor Echo.
Because there's nothing better than arguing with somebody and they can't get their point across because it's just not fucking coming out. Yeah. That's fair. Hold on, calm. I want you to be quiet. Yeah, okay. No, your comms aren't coming through on Twitch right now. Oh, so now's the time you want to come out of the closet when your comms aren't coming through? Now's the time you want to... Really? You won't say that when the comms are coming through, but you'll say that now? I gotta figure out how to fucking record this. No, I mean on my end, so they can hear what you're actually saying. This is the people need to know this, Dolby. You shouldn't be just telling me this. Like,
Well, I've just changed the audio mixer settings, so maybe that might be it.
maybe it might be working now. Let's find out.
Not really sure. But I shouldn't keep having to add a device every time I play this damn game. Maybe that's fixed it all. I don't know why it does that. I don't get it.
There it goes. It's picked it up. It's picked it up.
That's really annoying that this game started to do that.
So say what you just said again. Say what you were saying, Dolby.
What did I say? I didn't say anything of the sort. You said you were going to do. You said you were going to say some outlandish shit if I couldn't respond. The funny thing is, on my fucking screen when I talk, there is my symbol. What was I saying?
Say it. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
I was saying I was going to fix it, but if you said some outlandish shit, that was terrible.
That because there's too much going on. That's too funny. Oh, that's too fucking funny.
What I said.
I'm glad I looked.
I'm glad I said what I said, which was I was going to fix it if you said some outlandish shit and found out that it wasn't working.
Before that. No. We'll talk about that later. That's fine. I see what you're doing.
I see what you're doing. Anything of the sort that you are trying to, I don't know, tarnish my what reputation I do have with.
No, it's on the internet. It's.
Oh, it must be true.
It's on the internet. It's true.
Oh, it's on the internet. It must be true. Yeah.
Airbus India Victor Echo climb and maintain flight level 300.
There will be a full disclosure at kamichkooyobun.twitch.tv.com.
Climb and maintain flight level 300 Airbus India Victor Echo.
You can come check that out. No.
Do you even have that domain? That's the real question.
No. No. I'm just fucking talking that shit. Go over to my channel and give a tell-all about my account of the moment Dolby decided to spill the beans when he, wasn't broadcasting his voice comms.
There wasn't really much to say.
Yeah, no, there was a lot was said. The silence was deafening. You can downplay it all you want. That's fine. But I know what really happened, and that's all that matters. You know and I know what really happened, and that's all that matters. And I appreciate you for trusting me like that to share those kinds of things with me. Oh shit, the gift that keeps giving.
You want to see something that keeps giving?
I just looked at the cat litter box and thought of you. What?
Wow. That's some strong words.
You need to change your fucking shit on your Twitch too. The fucking description or what it says up top there, you fucking nerd.
Why? What's it say?
Something about a token Englishman, and I still can't.
What?
No. Just no. It's like some babble. It's like a.
Where?
It's like a badly written Match.com profile. I have no idea what all it fucking says, but it's just a bad.
Oh, I know what you're
just
talking
fucking-
about. I know what he's talking about
I'm
now.
Dolby. That's all it needs to say. That's all it needs to say.
I'm your friendly
Yeah, I don't know.
neighborhood token Englishman.
Yeah,
Go
that's
fuck
it.
yourself.
The friendly neighborhood. I was like, you're friendly, you fucking Spider-Man token. Fucking what the fuck am I reading here?
The beauty of that is I don't even watch or do any of that superhero shit.
Right. Yeah, you're anti-hero, and I fucking tried so hard to get you to smoke. I had to smoke in the house to get you a contact high to get you to smoke.
Sure thing.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Sure thing.
I'll bully you into you getting high with me. Fuck you.
Sure thing.
You're lucky I didn't get the gravity bong going.
I've seen people do that one. What is it with the 2-liter Coke bottle? Water.
Yeah, you know me, right?
I know you. I mean, it's a terrible shame I do, but I do know you.
Is what most everybody does, right? And so you would think I would exaggerate it up to like cutting out the bottom of a gallon of milk or a gallon of water?
I know you. God knows what you'd be bloody doing. That's for certain.
You know what me and my buddy did? We actually took one of our. We got a mask anyways, and we took one of the 5-gallon water bottles is what we use for our gravity.
Do you know what's really funny? I was sat there and I was thinking, I bet it's something like ridiculously big. And
yeah,
straight away, 5 gallons!
Yeah, we call it the party hit.
Well, I wouldn't really say it was going to be it's not a party bong, that's a fucking fridge bong. Because that's the first place you go in with the munchies.
So the first day, me and Julio were fucking around gaming, and we're like, we were using a gallon jug for the gravity bong, right? And we had a bucket that we went and bought from Lowe's that was specifically for just doing that, so we didn't have to fill up a fucking bathtub or anything like that, right? So, long or the short, I forget how the conversation came up, but we were like, we need to make this bigger. We need to make this bigger.
I know where that conversation came up. Because you're Americans, and everything's got to be bigger.
Yeah, we looked for the most obscene gravity, and it took a bathtub. We had to fill up the bathtub to get this thing to work, okay? But when it did, it worked so well. Mika and I were dating at the time. Mika had come to my house. She came over. We're both sitting on the floor in the bathroom right next to the bathtub. And Julio is painting his toenails, with her. Yeah, I kid you not. We're high as fuck, right? Julio's painting his toenails, okay? And he's sitting at in between the toilet and the bathtub. And I'm sitting at the foot end of the bathtub with an Xbox controller playing Xbox, but I'm looking through the mirror at the reflection of the television where I'm sitting at. Because it's in the living room around the corner. I'm playing Xbox in a mirror. And it didn't even faze me that it was reversed. Because Mika was like, do you realize that was everything you were seeing was reversed? And I was like, what? And then I went to go do it when I was not high as fuck. And I was like, seriously? I must have unlocked some sort of fucking brain power when I was brain wrecked to allow me to process what was happening. Because it seemed like I was playing normally when I was... And I was playing normally. I was legitimately playing the game. Like, I wasn't... Yeah, I didn't think I was that... It was fucking wild. But she came home, walked into the bathroom, and was like, you two fucking morons! starts yelling at me, "You fucking idiots! What did you do?" Yelled at me for like 10 or 15 minutes and then left. And yeah, me and Julio, that was like on a Friday or a Saturday night or something like that. I think her and I were supposed to go out. So she was legit, she had a reason to be mad because the three of us were going to go out and go do something. And she was like, "Fuck you," and went out with her girlfriends instead. One of her girlfriends, Suzanne, found out about that and started wanting. She came over specifically to party with me and Julio when Mika wasn't around because she wanted to get in on the shenanigans that we were doing at the time. And I thought that was funny because she's like, "Don't ever tell Mika." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, Mika doesn't even know I'm here. She'll think I'm trying to fuck you." Huh? Wait, hold on.
Wait, what?
For starters, thank you, but no, because like I'm not cheating on her. I'm not fucking that up. I don't care how hot. I'm not fucking this up, right? And then so she doesn't know it. You know what happened with me and her and Amber, right? Like, you can't fucking do this. And she's like, "No, I just want to hang out and party with you guys." I was like, "Wait, what?" She's like, "Yeah, the bong story was fucking hilarious." I was like, "Oh my god, she told you bitches."
Women
She's
tell
like, "Yeah,
the women
that's all we talked about for like a week." I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, we all wanted to have pictures of it." First thing she did when we busted out the bong, me and Suzanne and Julio, was take a shit ton of pictures.
So you mean there's pictures of that hanging around somewhere?
I have it in my closet. What do you mean?
Oh, I think it's about time you got it out of your closet.
It used to take a 1/4 ounce to get it going. That's how big the bowl was.
Jeez, that's expensive.
Yup. Well, I mean, money was different back then.
Yeah, money's really
I had too
weird
much
now.
of it. I had way too much of it.
Could do with a bit more. You don't need any more, but I could do with some more.
No, back then when me and Julio were entrepreneurial back then. Things were a lot different. I was playing, yeah, like that's when I was playing semi-pro paintball and just living life. Before I had fucking kids.
Oh, is that that's what I'm doing now, isn't it?
Oh shit. Well, you guys don't have paintball over there.
Yes, we do.
Do you?
132.15
What a ridiculous
Airbus
statement.
India Victor Echo.
You don't have.
No, I mean,
you don't have
like,
oxygen over there in America, do you? Dumbass.
Do you have a field in the area you're in to go play? Not woods
Santa
ball,
Maria
but
Center,
the like
Airbus Golf,
speedball, the
Hotel India Victor Echo,
NTPL, the
flight
X
level
ball,
380.
the shit you see on TV.
Airbus
Not
Golf,
everybody
Hotel
getting
India
fucking
Victor Echo,
camouflage
Santa
and
Maria
low
Center,
crawl
radar
through the
contact.
jungle.
Continue to H3420.
Fucking bullshit.
I have no idea, but probably yes.
I was gonna say jungle fields and stuff like that are not like that's not paintball. That's just bona fide airsoft where there is no fucking mistaking of whether or not you shot somebody.
I've been to one paintball place. That was pretty cool. They had quite a few different setups.
There was a time
like
when I
woods.
was in paintball, but I did jungle ball and scenario and stuff like that. Yeah. I did all that.
I just America, damn, Jesus. I mean, everything's very competitive over there. You got semi-professional. That means it's professional paintball.
I was trying to be a professional paintball player.
That's
exactly
dumbest
right.
shit. I have ever heard.
There's one here in my home fucking town called the Tampa Bay Damage that are a nationally known.
I think you said that wrong. You missed brain just before the damage.
But yeah, I was on a like a reserve team, a junior team of theirs, Category 5.
Cat 5, like a hurricane. Here I am.
Yep. That's
rock you like a hurricane.
Yes. And I fucking was so annoyed that Mike wanted that for the fuck, because every time our team was announced, that's the fucking mute. That is the song that they would fucking play. That is right. Representing the Tampa Bay Damage Category 5, and then that fucking song.
Why all of a sudden do I think you're bullshitting?
Nope.
Like, why is your voice so muffled? Are you talking out of the ass that you are sat on? I'm not gonna lie, if there was an intro that came out with that song, that's probably one of the first things I would have mentioned. God almighty, how high?
Yeah, Mike Seawalk. You can find him on my Facebook page too.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to send him a message?
If you want to fucking verify, that's
I don't want to verify.
It
just stinks.
Like that was he owned the paintball store and was the captain. He owned a paintball store. Is how I even got into this in the same plaza that we owned the jewelry store. And he and I just randomly met when he was moving in. And I was like, "Oh, paintball, cool." I was like, I played a little bit of woods ball, but never. And he's like, "Oh, we play, competitive paintball." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" You can get paid to play paintball?
Competitive, fuck.
Well, I didn't know that there was such thing as professional paintball. So, and then I found out that you could get paid to do that, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
I don't know how did it know what TV? This is the bit that I can get to actually. What TV program, show, or
ESPN?
I have never ever seen paintball on ESPN, ever.
It's on the
never,
Ocho.
Ever. I never ever.
ESPN Ocho.
I don't know what that is. Ocho?
God damn! I hope there's some. That's a dodgeball reference. ESPN 8. No, but it is on ESPN. You just type in NPPL.
There's a paintball championships. Holy shit! What the hell? Pro paintball.
Dynasty,
this exists.
Yeah, Dynasty.
The fuck?
Yeah, and it's big money too. That's what was fucking wild about it.
No, it doesn't look like it's big money at all.
The
36,000 views, 30,000 views.
The average take home for
views.
Third place is about $10,000 a player per team. Once the money's all divided up. The average take home for first place in those tournaments is like $50,000 per player per team. Once the money's all divided up between coaches and staff and team. Tampa Bay Damage is nationally sponsored. Like the sponsors is where a lot of the money comes from. So
it will be. All that sort of stuff will be.
Yeah, so it's a matter of winning your brackets and your finals and getting into the the upper parts of the ladder. I was the guy, the tubes that are laying on the side. So one side of the field, at the middle of it, has these square triangle shapes that are called Doritos. And the other side of the field, at the middle of it, has a tube. The tube we call the snake. So I was the poor bastard that had to run and fucking Superman dive into the snake. I was the suicide guy on our team.
No, that sounds
But
about right.
if it worked, if I could get there, it was an insanely crushing advantage for our team when it did work. When it didn't work, we were just down a man right off the go, basically, because I'd get snapped out running to that position. It was like a 60-40, 60% of the time I got there. 40% of the time I'd get snapped out because the guy shooting at me was just a great fucking shot.
Well, it's paintball. People are good shots.
Yeah, there was about 40% of those back bunker players that could get me in the and it would be the fluke shot that like hit it. It barely grazes my back, but it hits my my holders in the back and pops, but I don't feel it, and I get flagged by the ref, and I'm like, wait, where? And he's like, yeah, on the back on your cans. And I won't even know. Yeah, I won't even know that I was hit. Those happened a lot.
But yeah, when I was paintballing, I got shot in the side, in the neck, and it came out in the biggest purple bruise that I have ever bruised.
So we were running a
I got shot
game
in the face guard as well, and all I could taste for like the rest of the day was the same orange paint.
Yeah, the paint. Yeah.
Yummy.
Yep. Why is it coating my mouth? I've swallowed so many times, it should be gone by now. What the fuck?
God, it was everywhere. It looked mental. Not the one on my neck. That was the craziest bit, because there's still bits of the paintball, where the plastic on the paintball had kind of like...
Shell?
Yeah, whatever the shell was, it was still kind of stuck on my skin in the paint.
So we were doing a jungle game once, and a buddy of mine was bunkered down really, really well. And it came down to like a 1v2 or a 1v3 scenario. And just as a, let's see what happens, right? I decided to rainbow a volley at a friend of mine in the back that was bunkered down really fucking well. Basically, I would have been able to get the other two, but I wasn't going to be able to get the third in the back. And I rainbowed a couple of shots, and he had a baseball hat on, and the button on top of the hat, I hit 2 or 3 separate times. Like, he got hit with one right dead top of that button, and it instantly, he said the pain was so crippling, like he instantly dropped everything, and like he felt like he was getting tasered. And he moved, and then it hit him again in the same spot, and that hurt like 10 times worse than the first one.
It's metal, isn't it? It's a metal button of some sort. It just goes straight onto the top of your head.
So all I heard,
a yelp.
We all thought he broke a fucking bone. Because we just heard come out of Perkins, right? My buddy John Perkins. And John was the quiet one of the group. And it's hilarious. And we all instantly stopped, like the game stopped, and we started running over to him. You know what I mean? Like instantly everybody just stopped and started running over to Perkins to see, because we thought for sure he broke a leg or fucking blew out his knee. Or like he's fucked up. Something's fucking wrong. He comes out, he starts running at me, and I don't know what the fuck happened. He hit me so fucking hard It knocks snot and shit out of my fucking nose.
Oh, dude, I'm about to do that now on Discord because I've just found a meme that is something else.
He struck me like Ray Lewis on a loose fucking football. Like, just planted me. I hit the back of my head so hard on the fucking ground, all I heard was from my ears fucking ringing. And
Okay.
he's over top of me yelling at me about what the fuck just happened. Because it was
Yeah.
Oh, I'm saving that one. That's good. I'm sending that to my daughter right now.
Oh, Jesus. The first post in my mate Matt's general chat should be that. It's like, I have to send it to him privately, else he was gonna fucking go, what the fuck, dude? Oh my god.
Alright.
It hits twice, doesn't it? It hits twice because of the one at the bottom as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're just like, damn. Yeah, no, now we just let it stew and fester for a minute and rattle around in her head until and then she's gonna text me back.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah. What the fuck, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like when I sent her that picture of JWB on Lean, that was funny. That had me laughing.
Oh, I got. He found it funny. That's the important bit. Oh, hang on. I can't see it. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I don't really get that reference. Lean. Isn't that lean?
Yeah, it's alcohol mixed with cough syrup. It's a hood ghetto way to get even more, like, instead of just drinking alcohol like a white boy, like a redneck. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it.
But it's basically alcohol mixed with cough syrup.
Okay, that's weird. It looks like it looks very much like a what do you call it?
Oh, I didn't want to send
bite. That. What did you send? Leave
it. Different conversation on.
Oh.
Wait, what the hell are we talking about?
Lean.
Oh. No, this is about truckers. You know the hand signal to give truckers so they honk to her? I don't know. Maybe it's just an American thing.
Yeah, you do a toot thing.
Yeah. She was driving on the road. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, she likes it. My girl.
Make someone's day by making go toot toot on the truck. Yeah, why not? Them poor buggers in the truck stuck there in America on the road. For how many hours a day? A heck of a lot of hours a day. There's a guy that I think is on YouTube, and he's got loads of shorts of him doing trucking through his thing, and some of them are quite funny because he's got funny comments about people's driving. I mean, he'd have a field day following you.
Maybe.
Oh, absolutely. You'd probably be the funniest shit we see all year.
Or you might be like, this motherfucker knows how to drive the speed limit.
No. Like I said, that's definitely not you. Mr. I want to go 5 over.
If I'm in the far left, so far left lane is for passing. Middle lane is for traveling. Right lane is for fucking Q-tips. It's just common knowledge. Common sense isn't common anymore.
Q-tips. What? What you mean is
Ever since
slow
generation got on
vehicles?
the road, it's just been even more dangerous.
You mean slow
What is
vehicles,
generation?
vans, lorries, trucks? Is that what that Q-tip lane's for? And exits?
I'm talking about when you pull up next to the old fucker, all you see is blue hair and knuckles in the window. Q-tips. Little old ladies.
I have no idea. Knuckles?
White hair. Like a Q-tip.
Oh, okay.
Senior citizens.
Yeah, Judy drives in the middle lane no matter what happens.
She don't give a fuck. Yeah.
This is my lane.
Yep. If you want to go around me, that's what the left-hand lane is for. That's yeah.
Yeah, it was funny being sat in the car with her while she was driving. She even said that. I think she said something along the lines of me, I hope you don't mind. No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't something. It wasn't I hope you don't mind. It was I think it was more along the lines of don't mind. I drive in the middle lane. That's my lane. It's like, okay,
About right.
it's your lane.
Yeah.
It's your lane. You're like a cat. You licked it, and now it's yours.
Mine. I peed on it.
Like, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to complain or anything. It's a shame I never got to keep those boots that I bought over there because there were 2 left in the box. That was really shitty, wasn't it? I had to take them back and get me money. The weather is very nice at the minute, but there's nothing but ocean below, which is a bit of a shame because that means that I've got nothing interesting to look at and talk about while it goes by the window, except cloud. Oh. Let's play I Spy. Something beginning with B. Blue.
Banana.
Blue, just blue. It's blue everywhere. If you found a banana in the cockpit, that's clearly
Baboon.
yours.
Brazier. Bustier. Bosoms. You found some bosoms in the clouds? Those are nice. Found it. I'll leave it alone because it only got worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it ultimately winds up with a bozo looking at himself in the mirror. Fuck, I don't know. But once I got on bosom, I was like, breast comes next, and then after that, it's butt stuff.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that was all the stuff that starts with the letter B. I was gonna just sit there and start rattling off shit with the letter B. Whatever, I'm bored. Shut up. Fuck you.
Right.
The first thing that popped in my mind when you said blue to follow that up was blue balls.
I don't want to hear about your problems.
That's what never mind. Don't have those problems. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh god, there's an old retro advertisement for Indianapolis 500, right? I don't know what it's on. I don't know what console. No, it's something like a PC. Very, very old game from Electronic Arts. The speed is killing, and you can watch yourself die from 6 different angles. What a tagline!
Nice.
It's a Commodore. There you go. It's from Commodore. It's for the Commodore. Choose from a Penske Chevrolet, March Cosworth, Lola Buick, each tuned differently with a unique dashboard and engine specs.
Or a fucking Commodore 64?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
£24.99, back when games were very cheap. That's awesome.
We had a Commodore 64.
I certainly did not.
We're talking 1985 though.
That's when I was born. That would explain that one.
86.
We had an Amstrad. I know that for sure.
I remember when we got the IBM after we got the Commodore, we got an IBM, and that was like in color because the Commodore was the green CRT screen or whatever. And the IBM was a PS1 or some shit like that, and it was in color. It was fantastic. And I played the fuck out of Prince of Persia on that. And where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And Oregon Trail.
The funny thing is, we were getting really, really old games, like years after they got into America, like ridiculously. It took so long for things
for it to be shipped across the channel.
Pretty much. We used to have to. You guys had the original Nintendo, and we had to wait. Like,
and you're closer to Japan than we are. That's
no, I don't think so. No, I don't think so at all. I think you've really, really let yourself down there with your geography.
It's closer coming off California to Japan than it is.
Yeah. And not to mention, the shipping lanes are a straight line from Japan to California. Whereas if you're in England, you've got to go either all the way around south, all the way down south, cross Africa to the right, and then go through Australia. Or, alternatively, you have to go all the way to the Panama Canal and then go across. Like, I don't know how you think England is closer to Japan.
Sucks for you.
Yeah, that's why I had to wait so long. I think it took 2 years for us to get the NES. It was cool though. We always got the arcade games up to date. Like there was Super Hang On that came out at the right time. We were still playing that though in like the late 90s, like Super Hang On. Being like a
the arcades were still popping in the early to mid 90s.
Yeah,
I remember that.
The cool thing was though, it's still all old games as well. See, all the old ones were still there.
And shit like that was There was this one that was a a shooting game where you stepped on a pedal and released the pedal. That one stuck around for a long time.
Is that the one where you step out and start shooting?
Yeah, when you step on the pedal, you're like behind cover, and when you let it go, you're out and moving.
Oh, I think it was the other way around, wasn't it? You press the pedal to
Maybe,
pop
but
out
I
of
don't know.
cover.
Yeah, maybe.
There were so many awesome games in the arcades. But then you could take them home. On like...
Well, it's funny because I told Jade she missed out on on the tail end of the arcade era.
Yeah.
Which is too bad, because I caught it on the tail end of the arcade era.
Genesis was like the last dying days, wasn't it? You could still get those in the arcade, where they actually made arcade games for your console. And then PlayStation and the Saturn came out, and they were really, really starting to die at arcades. There was like 2 or 3 games that were really geared towards still being arcade in the arcades, and that was about it, really. Because you had the NASCAR game. There was a NASCAR game on the Sega Saturn. That was pretty much one of the last arcade games I ever played.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. The two of them. It was like Dale Earnhardt Jr. or some shit like that. No, it wasn't Dale Earnhardt. It was just NASCAR. It was 4 NASCARs in the arcade that you would drive. Is that the one?
The one where you pressed play, and you got like 3 difficulties, and you clicked it, and it would start hearing the cars rev, and you go da 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 da. I can't really do it because they were like singing it, and then suddenly it's like 3, 2, 1, go. I tell you what, if I find it on this retro page, I'll tell you. Good grief. It was pretty good. Oh, what else was there in the arcades? While I think about this, it was pretty wicked. Pole Position was pretty cool. That was like a 1970s Formula 1 game.
Pole Position was the one. Yep.
That was pretty good. And then there was the one with the Ferrari Testarossa.
There was a Spy Hunter one.
Cruising USA? Spy Hunter.
Cruising USA was no joke. Yep. Cruising USA. Yep. I remember that one.
And there was Outrun, and then Outrun. That was basically the same game.
Yeah, that was a Sega game. Yep. Because Outrun and Afterburner were both Sega games, and Afterburner was fun as shit in the arcade, doing the barrel rolls by yoinking the stick twice to one aileron. Like, it was an aileron roll, but it would do a barrel roll in the jet.
What was it called again?
Afterburner?
Oh, yeah. A friend of mine had that for his Mega Drive or Genesis.
That was a shit ton of fun to play.
Yeah, they were cool.
That was one of the first games that got me hooked on flight, come to think of it. That was one of the first flying games. There was that one, and then there was an Apache game.
Was it a 3D Apache, or was it kind of like a isometric Apache?
There was 2 different ones. There was one that was the bird's eye over top kind of isometric
Jungle
Apache,
Strike.
and then I think that's what it was called. And then the other one was an in-cockpit. It was actually the Apache.
Yeah, I had Jungle Strike. I had Jungle Strike. That was fucking amazing. I didn't have the other one.
The other one I could only get so far on, and then when I got frustrated, I would jump on Jungle Strike and play the shit out of that one.
That was really good because you used to fly to places, and your helicopter would like pull down a hook and pull up the fuel. So
and grab stuff. Yeah. There was reloads and all sorts of shit. Yep.
It was an amazing like idea. Like, this is how I'm going to have my game, and they came out with that.
There was a few of them.
Yeah, there was Jungle Strike, Desert Strike.
Desert Strike was the one I played the most.
That's the second one. That had slightly better graphics, and
That was the one I played the most.
Sound.
Was on
The
Super
sound was
Nintendo.
better too.
That was the winner.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Because I was a little bit older and I could actually beat it.
I had.
Was the.
Oh yeah, but here's the funny thing. There was a version that was on the PlayStation of Desert and Jungle Strike called Soviet Strike. I don't know if you played that. I did. It was pretty cool. It was pretty good. It got really tricky in the middle of the game. Like the difficulty curve didn't make any sense. Like it was easy, a little less easy.
I might have had
a little
Soviet
less
Strike,
easy,
but I don't remember.
then ridiculously
playing
difficult, and then it would go easy again. You know, and then ramp up. It was like.
Yeah.
But that was pretty
cool.
We
were all about that Desert Strike at the time. That was the game of games.
It wasn't bad. There was loads of old Mega Drive games that were on arcade that you could sit and play. There was that ridiculous one with bloody Michael Jackson doing moonwalking and stuff, and he'd dance and throw his hat and kill shit. If you remember that one.
No, I didn't play that one.
Oh, that was in. I remember that.
But I
being
believe
in
I know which one you're talking about. I want to say it was called Bad.
I thought
the name of the game.
Well,
because it was after the Bad album or something like that.
Wait, it was when he was in white shirt and blue, doing the lean and stuff. So I don't know, but I think it was to do with the movie. That was called Moonwalker, so I thought it had the same name.
Or maybe it was Moonwalker or something like that. Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. I want to say it was like the same name as the album that he had put out to do with it.
No, I think it was the movie.
Well, he did the movie and the soundtrack for it, and then a game for it, basically, is what I think it is.
Oh god, he did everything, didn't he, really, for that, I guess? I am nowhere near... Oh, there's a turn up ahead. I'm about 300 miles away from landing. This is a long old flight over the sea of nothingness.
Of nada?
There's nothing out here to see or talk about. I didn't think it was going to be this bad.
I'm going to finish this little strip up real fast and then put your ETA on final.
I reckon about 20 minutes. 25 minutes.
Okay, that's about...
I don't think it's going to be that long. I remember shit tons of Pac-Man being about. There was we used to go to a pub, and there was a village called Dunstan, and out in its flatlands called Dunstan Fen, there was I think it was called the White Hart, and they had old classic Pac-Man tables with the screen on the top.
The sit-down tables, yep, those are the ones that I remember cutting my teeth on as a kid.
It had those.
Yep. Pac-Man and Galaga were the two. It was the duo the sit-down.
No, I don't think it had Galaga, but it had that. It had
we had the one that had Pac-Man and Galaga on.
I think it had Turbo Outrun. Rather than Outrun, it was a turbo version or something. I can't remember. They had. I think it was. They definitely had Space Invaders, because I'll never forget the. As it got faster and faster, and people like really fucking. Oh my god.
Panicky. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, what was that? Donkey. That was it. Donkey Kong. They had that as well. Donkey Kong was pretty wicked. Trying to be Mario and jumping up and defeating Donkey Kong somehow. I never really played it.
Donkey Kong.
My brain is still trying to figure out what that NASCAR game was. I'm sure it was something racing. It wasn't Ridge Racing, I don't think.
Ridge Racer was a game.
Yeah, that wasn't.
But,
yeah, I had that on PlayStation.
Yeah, but that's not the. Yeah. But that's not the. No.
But that's not what I'm thinking of. I tell you what, though, Ridge Racer, when that came out, the sound was amazing. We couldn't believe it when we got the PlayStation and then had Ridge Racer because when we got we went straight from Genesis to the PlayStation, and we just couldn't believe the sound difference. Like, it was like recorded real sounds instead of bleeps and bloops that we got from like Echo the Dolphin and Lotus Turbo Challenge and stuff like that. It was actual like noise, which was amazing.
Okay, so that's done. This pathway is looking fucking right. I like it.
What was one of your favourite arcade games that if you saw it you'd definitely go in and like put money in?
I mean, like, there's quite a few of them, in all honesty. There was a game where it's a rifle and there's the rifle's on a stand and you have to walk up and actually shoulder this rifle and look down the scope, and the screen shows like far away distance, but when you look through the scope, there's a screen inside of the scope that shows what you're zoomed in at. But then when you look out of the scope at the screen the rifle's pointing at for the game, you don't see the person. And then when you look back into the scope, you can see the people at the other building or at the distance that you're shooting at and whatnot. That was one of them. I have no idea what it's called. I remember having to take a chair and pull a chair up to it to be able to stand up there and use the rifle and the scope and shoot.
Well, guess what? I've just found out what that game was called. And if this advert goes away, I'll play the music too. God damn adverts.
Nutrition is at the heart of what we do.
Select a race course. Please choose manual.
It's called Daytona, USA.
It's called what?
Daytona, USA.
Daytona, USA. Fuck yes. That's right. Fuck yes.
Go!
Good catch. Yep. That's the one. That's fucking right. That is the NASCAR game. That was the NASCAR game. Because I fucking hate NASCAR, but I played the shit out of that.
That game was awesome.
Yep. Golden Tee is one of the... That's a golfing game. It's a newer one.
Golden Tee.
Yep. That's one that I will dump money into just to play 18 rounds of golf while I'm at a bar.
I have never ever heard or seen that one at all, ever. I mean, we used to get... We had the first PGA Tour golf on Mega Drive. That was pretty cool. A friend of mine had Mech Warrior. That was pretty cool, because he had it on a DOS.
I had the Mech Warrior series too.
So did you have to do the same thing? Do the C/run/Mech Warrior .exe? Oh, that was amazing.
You had to start it in DOS commands.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sort of stuff was amazing fun.
Having to actually start games by going into DOS, because there were no... Like, Prince of Persia had to go to DOS to start it. Oh, yeah, there was a lot of fucking games that I had to start in DOS. On a PC, because there were no executable commands on like the desktop and shit like that. Launch.
I mean, funnily enough, mine was my experience was quite strange, because I pretty much went from not having a PC at all. We had not a Commodore, we had an Amstrad. Then we didn't ever replace the Amstrad and we got rid of it. We had absolutely nothing and no computers until the Mega Drive in like 92? 93? Might be 92. And then from there, that was when we started getting like actual computers and stuff. I got a proper PC in 98. My first proper PC in 98. So that was Windows 98. But we did have friends and stuff that we'd go to that had the, what was it, the other one? Just the Windows something. Not 98. Like, is it Windows? I don't know.
Not XP, Vista, XP,
No,
Windows
no.
6,
Go,
7,
keep going
8.
early. Keep going early. It's like 3.5-inch floppy disks. Put it in, and you could play
not
games
ME.
off that. No, that's Millennium Edition. That's 2000. That's
Yep,
after.
yep, that's the other way.
It's before they did.
What
It was just.
before 98?
I'm not sure. It's like Windows. They just called it Windows. It was not DOS, I don't think, but it was a Windows pre-Windows 98. It was really strange because you had to click File and then Exit Windows at the top left of the screen, or you couldn't. Else, if you didn't do that, you couldn't switch the PC off safely. It was. It might have actually been like Windows DOS, but it wasn't like an early version of DOS. It was the later one. It was like the last version of DOS before it went all Windows 98. But that was pretty cool because you could put the 3.5-inch floppy disk in and you could play loads of games. There was a stealth fighter game, and it was like a flat teardrop shape with the, you know how the F-117 is poking outwards? They poked inwards. The vertical stabilizer. Instead of being out, it was in. It was like F-19 or something. It was the stealth bomber, the stealth fighter thing that never got taken up. Everybody knew about it. I've got to find this. I've got to find this damn thing. Let's start Google. Reject all. I think it was called F-19. Stealth Fighter, there it is, F-19, Stealth Fighter. That is what I used to play. This game. It's an amazing looking aircraft. It's a shame. I mean, the funny thing is, I had these things called ring raiders, and you put them on your hand as rings, but there was like a see-through plastic bit between them and the actual thing, so you could fly them on your hand in a finger four formation. It was a pretty good toy for the
I
90s.
know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
I had quite a few of them. It was pretty cool. I had like
we had those, something similar for Micro Machines.
Yeah, I kind of half remember that. It was Microprose. No wonder it was such a great game. Microprose used to do really good games.
Oh, okay. So it was. Here's the game of games, and you can. I'll have to look this. So it was a game that you played on a VHS tape.
Oh god, I remember stuff like that. One of them was driving. You hooked up a car to your TV, and you sped down the highway, and you couldn't clip another car. And then it would, if you clipped another car, it would stop, automatically like wind forward or something to a bit where there was a crash scene of some sort. And then if you got caught by the police for being too slow, what would happen was, on your steering wheel, it was like a force feedback sort of thing, an early force feedback, and it would just drag the car to the side of the road. It's really funny because it was like strapped to your TV screen, and the little car went all the way over and started grinding against one side, and then it would click and probably roll forward again, and fast forward, and then you'd get like a mouthful from a highway cop. It was pretty cool. But go on.
This one was there were two so G.I. Joe sized G.I. Joe plastic type, but they were, think of somebody holding a camera on a tripod, like a bigger camera where they got two hands on the right and left of it. So it was a toy that one was black and one was white. The one that was white had a pistol grip and was an airplane, and the trigger on it was what fired the weapons. The one that was black sat on the table and it was stationary, and you fired the weapon with it, and you would shoot at the TV to score hits on enemy aircrafts, because the TV had like this IR. It wasn't, so it's a rudiment because it isn't infrared, but it's very similar to an IR spot that could. It was really wild, and it was a toy like in the 88, 89, 87 through 89 era, somewhere around there, to narrow it down. And I have no idea what the name of it is. I'll have to look that up here in a few.
No, I've not heard of that, but it does sound like something that they would have come up with. They came up with all sorts of amazing things that just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Like what was it? I had this screen, and you held it up to your head and your eyes, and it went over your eyes, and you had like a button for left and right, and then faster and slower or something like that, and it basically had like LEDs, but they're fixed, and you could drive your car left or right and it would change lane, and then you'd be constantly going around in a circle, but you got points for every time you overtook these cars that would come. I can't remember what they were called, but you had to have a certain level of light over the middle bit. I put a sticker on it stupidly because I was a kid and I didn't realise it, and it made everything dim on the inside, so you had to have quite bright light outside to get it to work properly. And then when I peeled that off, I was like, oh, that's how it works.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was really slow to figure that one out. I can't remember what they were called, but they were like an early form of virtual reality thing. They were quite popular. We got it off a market stall, like for cheap, like years and years after they were popular. I had a choice basically when I was a kid.
We had stuff like that for like handheld games and whatnot. No, fucking texting. Oh, that's my brother. Yeah, he liked that. Yeah, that's something I was like, okay, I gotta send this to my buddies. I gotta send this to my daughter. I gotta send this to my brother. This is too good to not share.
Nice. Oh god, I can't help but sneeze. Well, there's quite a few good little oddities with technology when it came to like those sorts of things. I mean, that game where you strap things to your TV and it runs a car across while you're driving through traffic, and you've got to avoid traffic. And it's like a video, so they would have had to have set this up on a highway and then ran the camera down the highway with all the traffic.
Yeah.
Because it was all real video. It was all real video sort of thing. It wasn't like green screened.
They paid some stunt drivers.
Yeah, amazing.
And choreographed the shit out of it, and yeah, had to do it to get the video.
I mean, it's an incredible thing. I mean, there was it Cannon Fodder? That was another good game. You had like 3 men, all in a line, and they'd follow the front man, and you'd shoot and stuff. And then if they got killed or whatever, you just lost a man. So you essentially got three lives. Now you could find an extra one, and then you had a squad of 4. They all followed each other around. Streets of Rage was pretty cool when that came out as a game. That was like an arcade game with like ridiculous techno music. That was amazing. the techno music on that was just
the soundtrack. Yeah.
There was loads of Star Wars arcade games. I remember those. Was it X-Wing? Or TIE Fighter? Or X-Wing versus TIE Fighter or something like that. And it was basically a black screen just with like a wire frame in green.
With the wire frame? Yeah, I don't know what that was called. I remember a wire framed one.
And it had that, like, it wasn't a target reticule, it was like a square. But you only had the corners. Micro Machines was good. I had that on Mega Drive.
Oh yeah, that was always a banger.
There was a thing about that. All the kids were going, "Oh, have you played the super secret version?" You're like, "What's that?" And it was like Micro Machines Totally Tubular Turbo Tournament. And you had to press certain buttons in the right time in the right sequence at the beginning of the Micro Machines game. And I was like, that's bullshit. I've never got that. Never seen that, never heard of that.
No, yeah, I was just saying, nope, never heard of that. That was never in a Nintendo Power that I know of.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't remember that being on Games Master, that's for certain.
Right.
What was that other game I was thinking of a while back? Did you ever play Flashback?
Possibly.
There's like a guy crashes on a planet, and he's got this brown jacket and jeans and white shoes, and you just pick up a gun, and it was very well animated. I remember that about it. Very, very well animated, but it was...
No, the one I'm thinking, it might be Flashback, but I think it was called Out of This World.
Oh, I don't know that. I don't know that one at all. You could look up Flashback. It was like
you
a
land
cool
on
classic.
an alien planet. I'm gonna have to message the homie and find out what he's doing. Cause shit we're gonna be doing in Destiny is gonna take like an hour or 2. And I know he said he was not doing shit all weekend.
Yeah.
He's in the middle of a fucking nap right now or something.
I tell you what, I really wished, like, I was like old enough for. Remember when Daggerfall came out?
On Atari?
Probably. We didn't
like
have...
Atari 2600, yeah.
That would have been a game I really, really would have loved to have played. Like when it came out new, on the technology at the time, because there's a version of it now done through the Unity engine, and it just kind of takes away the blockiness and smooths it out and kind of modernizes it a bit. and it takes away that charm, like most remasters do. You know, the low resolution VGA 800 by 600 that I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
That was the coolest. I mean, we had a PC game called Grand Prix 2 that came out in 1996, and that ran on SVGA graphics, and that was what, 1024 by 800, and we couldn't believe it. It's like, whoa, what a step, what a leap in graphics.
I hear a fucking thunderstorm brewing in the back. What about the rain from the sounds of it over here? I hear a shit ton of booming, like
what, in the
big,
distance?
deep booms. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense, because remember yesterday I was flying over Miami and it was all that. So it's made its way across towards you.
Finally my turn?
Yeah.
Get some rain, I guess. Because it's been all south of us, like Sarasota, a bunch of fucking counties are like in a state of emergency because of flash flooding and stuff. So I've seen it all over the weather yesterday and the day before. It was like, what the fuck's going on? Wait, what the hell's happening in Florida? Like 25-30% of Florida is in a state of emergency from flash flooding right now. Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, from Miami to Sarasota. Like, wait, what? Alright, well, pleasantly pleased with how this is turning out. That I must say.
You and your building. Theme Park was a great game.
Yeah, lighting up caves, terraforming. It's a small percentage of the area around my base, but if I just keep working on it little at a time, it'll get there and I'll have the whole project done.
I am still miles out from... I'm not even descending yet, that's the crazy thing. I'm still up at cruise. Like, I thought by now I'd be coming down. This has taken longer than I thought it would. I think my flight's already an hour 30. Oh god, there was another version. You know, I was on about Jungle Strike and Desert Strike having a third game called Soviet Strike. There was one after that called Nuclear Strike, where you're an Apache. I didn't even know that existed. I remember Soviet Strike. It does all the same stuff.
Yeah, Nuclear Strike sounds familiar.
Yeah, well, I played Soviet one, but it does all the same stuff, you know, where you blow something up and there's fuel for you to get, and that it picks it up from the ground.
Right.
It's like all the same things, except it's 3D.
Right. Caves are wait, is that not the right cave or that? Oh wow, that's not the right cave.
You know, I reckon one of my Aces High videos had Soviet Strike as one of its intro or outro music. I'm sure it did. I'll have to sit back and find that. I'm actually kind of surprised at how slow the cruise speed has been. It's only been 250, but it's auto-throttled, so... My ground speed must be quite high. Did you ever hear of a game called Virtua Racing that was like the first polygon racing game? Like everything was like all proper 3D polygonal.
Yes, because that was at the same time Virtual Fighter came out.
Yeah, that sounds about right. We had that. I can remember
we played all of those.
I don't know if you remember.
Those were just like
amazing. Do you remember a shop called Electronics Boutique, and it was like EB?
Yeah, yep.
We went in there, and it had a £30 sticker on it, label. My stepdad said, "Is this the right price?" And the store clerk took it and ran it through the till, and it was £65. He says, "Oh God, this has been up there by mistake." Now technically that broke the law because he's supposed to sell it like that, but because we hadn't gone to the till to have it rung up, and we'd inquired instead, we couldn't do anything about it because you know.
And they can fix their mistake.
Yeah, we gave them a chance to do that, else we could have had that at 50% off. Somebody put the wrong sticker on it. And the cool thing is, like the guy knew that it hadn't been tampered with. You know, like somebody peeled the sticker off.
Yeah, it was just missed.
Because it was fresh. It was just completely fresh stickered up. I remember that. Really, that's like one of the first things I've got of remembering about gaming and buying games is that. And the other one was going and spending all of the insurance money from when we got robbed. Somebody broke into our house, stole my PlayStation. Every single game.
Victor Echo, descend and maintain flight level 320.
Ooh, I've got my first descent instruction.
Descend and maintain flight level 320 Airbus India Victor Echo.
I'm being brought down, which is good news. I'm on the descent. We went into Electronics Boutique with like essentially a shit ton of money that we'd got from the insurance company for everything that was stolen, my PlayStation, all the games, and a load of other things.
Right.
And I just bought everything that I wanted. Got a PlayStation. Even stuff that, you know, we weren't replacing. We were just... I wanted Flight Sim 98, so we got that. That had pretty much only just come out. So we put that on my 98 PC, and it ran it all right. It wasn't too bad. It was pretty cool. I didn't have like a flight stick or anything at the time. I had to use the mouse, which was a bit meh. And then eventually we got that, was it Combat Flight Simulator? You could fly like a Spitfire and shoot stuff. I didn't even think about Aces High until I was like at university, I think. I found it when I was looking for games to buy. In 2003. And even then I was a bit pissed off because it was a subscription game.
Alright, I just text the homie.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a few minutes to see if he responds. If he does not, I'm going to get on IL2.
Okay.
Because if he doesn't respond, then I'm fucking free for the rest of the day until like 5 or 6 or 7 this evening, and you'll be going to bed around that time, so...
No, that's a bit too early for me.
Well, you know what I'm saying, like... But if he does respond, we'll find out what the fuck when he wants to do this.
Airbus India Victor Echo, descend and maintain flight level 220.
Because if he doesn't, then I'm going to hop on IL-2 with you, and then I'm going to
Descend and
text one
maintain
of the
flight
other
level
guys in the clan to
220
come do
Airbus
this with
India
me.
Victor Echo.
That's pretty cool. I'm just in descent at the minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I'm burning a Lucy, finding out what the fuck he's doing, trying to get off Minecraft so I can do something else, because if not, I'll be on Minecraft all day today.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. You're so gay.
Yeah.
Can you remember, Commandos? Can you remember the game Commandos?
No.
Oh, no, that was so good, right?
I think of the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Commando, when you say that.
No, it's not that. Imagine a top-down, very detailed, mind you, top-down, like tactical sort of point-and-click game where you're like several commandos. You got probably one sniper, one other guy with a red beret on with big muscles, and you used to move them in position, and try to do whatever the mission was. But it was, I mean, if you look it up, it was called Commandos.
Oh.
And I mean, it was just a great game. That was very early, because what you did was you'd put your sniper in a position and tell him to lay down, say like on a hill, and then you'd click a button to get him to aim down the sights. But where your mouse was like the back of the gun sight, essentially, you know, with the crosshair on it and a circle, and then it would zoom into everything on the screen, and you could like put it on somebody's head, press the button, and it would hit. I mean, it would alert everybody because of the noise, but you know, you get your man, and then they'd just run around shouting, "Alarm! Oh, alarm! Alarm!" You know, stuff like that. It was amazing. And
For some reason, I thought you said, and everybody run around chanting "Shalom, Shalom," and I was just like,
I was
"What
half,
the fuck
I
did
was
he
half
just
yawning.
say?"
It was a lot.
Yeah, with that yawn. Yeah, instead of alarm, I heard "Shalom," and I'm just like, "What in the fuck? What?
Hello,
I'm
hello.
so confused."
Oh, jeez. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I think you should take a look at it. I'm not gonna lie. You should look up like Commandos and Commandos 2, like on your Google. Oh, there we go. Commandos 2 Men of Courage game. I spelled it wrong. But yeah, it's amazing. Some of the graphics were just ridiculous. I mean, none of these are actually doing it justice. These pictures are crap. There we go. You just click on things and you can see the line of sight, and then the guys will be hidden with a red outline. It was amazing. It was an amazing load of games. Some of these trending searches are incredible. World War III, Sandwich Recall. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Deaths in Greece, airlines Boeing. desert shop. Some of these trending searches, one of these days, I'm just click on at random and have a nosy at all of them, see what's actually being searched. Hey, I can see an island. That's where we're going. Something's gone very wrong though looking at this, because I don't know about you, but I've got 80 miles to drop 20,000 feet essentially. I might have to slow my aircraft down quite a lot. I'm gonna pop a notch of flaps.
Overspeed.
Airbus India Victor Echo, descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet. Airbus India Victor Echo.
That was a good time, wasn't it? I'm like panicking about the distance, and then it says descend and maintain 12,000 feet. But I've already slowed my aircraft down by popping a set of flaps. I mean, I could just hit the speed brakes, but it would have just revved up the engines, I reckon. This is going to be pretty cool because I'm looking right at the island, and I'm going to do a right-hand turn and then a left-hand turn, and like get a good view of the island as we're coming down. Pretty cool. What was that game where you could be like a dwarf with an axe, and then like a I don't know, it was like a barbarian with another axe, or there was a woman you could be with, like, I don't know if she had two small daggers or something. Golden Axe, that's what it was called, Golden Axe. I've said axe so many times.
Golden Axe
yeah,
is a good one. Yeah.
that was a pretty good game. I was never any good at it, but it was a pretty good game.
Oh damn, he timed out before I could get the checkmate on him. He got lucky. He was in trouble. He was in real trouble. I call it my anti-opening opening, and I fucking love it. Alright, so looks like he's fucking around, so IL2 it is.
I'm still on the descent, so...
Yeah, I know, that's... No hurries.
March
By the time I get to do what I'm doing,
1982. Holy crap.
it'll be a good time.
The temperature of the Earth's atmosphere has been rising over the past 100 years. That the great sheets of pack ice in Antarctica are melting at a much more rapid rate than previously. And finally, that the
Yeah,
sea
ever
level has
since
been rising with increasing
forever that's
swiftness
been a
over the
thing.
past 4
That's so dumb, innit? Nothing's changed in the last 100 odd years.
Well, the reason why it was rising in the 80s was because of CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, or
Yeah,
yeah, some shit like that.
chlorofluorocarbons were destroying ozone layer.
Yeah, and that's what
Yeah.
the 80s
Yeah, but
was all about.
but nothing's changed. In 42 years,
Well,
nothing's
the
changed.
CFC emissions are lower, but the CO2, the dioxide, or something like that. There's some other.
They're
It's
all
not.
worried about carbon dioxide, yes. However, if we
No,
keep reducing that, we're going to kill
it's
the
not just
plants.
carbon dioxide. It's something else.
No, I've never heard anything else come out of them. They were on about CFCs and banned all the CFCs.
Because it was in aerosols or whatnot, and
Uh-huh.
everybody was using hairspray. I remember
Yep.
that.
Yeah, that was a big thing. When we finally got back, no CFCs on everything. I remember this as a kid. Like everything you picked up, there was a big sign, no CFCs. Like it was a big fucking deal. That they'd finally
it was
I mean that they'd taken it out. You know how things say not tested on animals, like it's a big fucking deal.
Shouldn't be testing on animals in the first place, motherfuckers. Yeah.
To be honest, I don't mind them doing it on mice. You know, I don't mind them testing things on mice before they go to humans. Call me crazy, call me controversial, but, you know.
I mean, if we're being purely objective, right? It's a logical step to test something on an animal that is as genetically close to, because, like, for example, pigs, I think, have the most genetically close to livers that humans have, and like we wouldn't test things on fish eyes because the eyes of fish are nothing like our fucking eyes, because their eyes are made for seeing yeah. If it
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Expect
But
ILS
then
runway
the
27
problem
approach.
is
The Agaxis transition.
that line
Clear to
gets
Goxis Airbus India
moved
Victor Echo.
based on who's in charge and where their moralities lie.
Well, what was it? I think Elon Musk said it best.
So I don't.
You know, there's so many regulations that eventually the regulations stop you from doing everything. You've got to have a body that starts like scrubbing out the old ones that don't mean anything anymore.
I don't disagree with that from a scientific standpoint. You know, like, for example, when they put a monkey in space, right?
Yeah, it's a good idea
And
to
ate
put a
the
dog as well.
and shit.
Set up a dog.
Yeah, it's kind of so. Coal miners do the exact same thing. They take a fucking canary down into the mine with them, or a hummingbird, and the reason being, the bird breathes 10 times fucking faster than we do, so it'll asphyxiate 10 times faster if conditions are bad.
Yeah, makes
and
sense.
If the bird fucking dies, you get the fuck out of there. Something's wrong.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Humans started doing that with dogs back in the day because we wanted the added security, so we would feed wild fucking wolves and shit.
Yeah, slowly domesticated dogs. Dogs are incredibly unique,
right?
though, aren't they?
So,
just imagine the variety. They've got more genetic variety than anything else on the planet.
Fuck, I don't know about all that.
That's why there's so many
so
different types of dogs you can get, like a Staffy or a Doberman. Like, they're so diverse. Like, all cats generally look the same, but dogs are even more diverse than humans. Like, they look ridiculously different from one thing to the next. That's all I'm on about.
Yeah, definitely. It's just funny though, because I don't disagree with that, but where where's the line drawn between cruelty and actual science, yada yada yada.
Well,
right?
Well, if you're poking and prodding at, say, an animal to see is this knife sharp enough to hurt a human, then that's probably gonna be a moral whoopsie daisy. So that's
I
not
don't know,
really
because
science.
is the animal like a starfish or a gecko or a reptile that's got really high regenerative properties, and that's the reason why you're trying to invoke injuries?
Well, I'm just going to say this: even if
You
it's
see
got
what
high
I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's
but
like,
there's
because
so you've
it's
said,
like, fuck, where does the line get drawn?
right?
Right?
Yeah, but
So like, I don't disagree with what you're saying.
I see what you're saying
saying.
there, but however, you did mention that the regenerative properties. So you've just moved it from, like, let's see what this does to torture.
Well, no.
We'll
For a
hurt the
good
fuck out of you.
example
It
is
doesn't really
boiling a
matter because
frog.
it'll grow it
No,
back.
that's a boiling a frog or freezing a fish in nitrogen. Have you seen those science experiments? You can put a frog in a pot of water, put
And
the
it'll
pot of
boil to
water
death,
on a
yeah.
fucking thing, bring it up to boil. It'll be boiling, turn it off, and then let it cool down all on its own, and the frog will hop out of that fucking pot later. Like nothing ever happened,
Well, they'll
right?
boil to death. That's usually what happens.
No, they can sit in the pot.
No, they boil to death.
There's something to do with I remember the frog won't die. There's something with a certain type of frog that doesn't. I don't fucking know. But also, like, with freezing a fish and then putting it like in liquid nitrogen and freezing it instantly and then putting it back in water, and it just swims away like nothing ever happened.
I'm not sure.
Have you seen that?
I might have seen something with a particular type of fish that does that, or can do that.
Right. Like, I'm not exactly sure. Right.
Because
like,
they get frozen in
like,
the Arctic, don't they? They're swimming about and they get caught in it, and they've basically genetically.
Salmon are known to have that happen to them, where they freeze in rivers in the wild, where salmon are, in Alaska and shit like that. Yeah, I want to say it's salmon that are known to get frozen and fucking come to a point of like 1 heartbeat per fucking 2 minutes or something like that. It's wild how slow everything goes or gets down to for them to sustain. But then you also think about so they're called, what are they called? Xenophiles? No.
Xeno means alien.
Yeah, but they're called xenophiles or something like that, and they're like, it's like the microbiology that lives in the sulfur springs. Or
no, it's not a phylum.
The microbiology.
It's something phage.
Xenophage? Yeah, right.
I think.
But yeah, so like, you want to test those out too, don't you? So there's like, I don't know, from a science standpoint.
No, if you're testing for a human product, you would just go on those, would you? Because that's what that conversation is all about, is the morality of testing on animals. And I think if you test on a mouse, it's okay. You've got nothing against mice being bred for animal testing for medical purposes.
Oh, okay.
Pigs, I don't think I've got a problem with either, because they're only
It was
useful
a
when
scene
they're
in a
dead.
movie. Listen, it was a scene in a movie that was brought up in a sociology class, or as it was oh fuck.
Yeah, use your words.
The guy's talking about a squirrel and a rat.
Right.
And it was from the movie Aldo the Apache. Fuck, it was a Quentin Tarantino movie. It was a badass movie. I just can't. It's got Brad Pitt in it. They're killing Nazis, and his name, Brad Pitt's character, is Aldo the Apache,
I
and
know
it's
what you're
about a
talking
World
about.
War
It's
II.
called Inglorious Bastards, and they put the
Glorious
mouse on
Bastards.
and they
That's
heat it
yeah.
up, and then the mouse starts digging through the human's body.
No,
I don't remember anything about a
when he was
squirrel.
talking about when he was talking about how people treat a squirrel and a rat or a mouse completely different, even though they're basically the same animal. They just look different. A squirrel is a much more cuter exterior appearance than a rat, but they're essentially the same animal.
Not sure about that. I don't remember anybody getting bubonic plague from a squirrel, or get bitten by a squirrel.
Well, they have different habits, but I'm talking about like biologically or whatever. They're like the
Oh,
same
okay.
fucking animal, some shit like that. They have different habits and different like obvious. Yeah. But it was that they're biologically the same. So it's like, why do people? Anyway, I don't know. Whatever.
Indeed.
I was off on a side quest there with that. I just fucking lost the thread of it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's what you do. That's why we like you.
Shut up.
That's why we keep you around. Because otherwise.
And now that I've got my PC all fired up, the homie looks like he's getting online. He said he was at a fucking Father's Day barbecue and he'd be on later. And that was like less than an hour ago. I swear I'll fucking choke a goddamn baby if he's like, I'm ready to play. I need to somehow talk you into re-downloading Elite Dangerous.
Not got a chance with that.
We don't have to do boots on ground stuff, although boots on ground stuff is stuff I need to get done finally for fucking waiting forever and a day. But no, our system has a rare opportunity arise where we might be able to actually 2 or 3 man take it over. Because I think it's being overlooked right now by the controlling faction. I think they just don't they got bigger shit to do and they don't have the manpower to dedicate to putting somebody over here. And Al got Elite, and obviously I've made friends on other Discords with Elite. No worries. Say Angels.
My aircraft is currently at 5,000 feet.
Runway in sight?
Oh, not exactly. It's at least 20 to
Airbus
30.
India Victor Echo, contact Santa Maria Center on 127.9er. Good day.
I've just been handed off to
127.9
the airport
Airbus India Victor
tower,
Echo.
I think.
Goodbye.
Maybe not. Just another controller.
Santa Maria Center Airbus Golf Hotel India Victor Echo 5,000 feet.
Airbus Golf, Hotel India Victor Echo Santa Maria Center altimeter tree 0.29er radar contact. Continue to Charlie Foxtrot 27. Airbus India Victor Echo, you are 20
20 miles
to Lima
exactly.
Papa Papa
There we go.
India. Contact tower on 1.
Julio approved.
Inbound on the approach.
Of.
Tower on
The
118.0 Airbus
Oh,
India
jolly
Victor
good.
Echo.
Yes.
Do you know, I shouldn't have probably picked this place at random to land at because I've got a horrible feeling that it's going to be a dirt runway of about 10 yards.
It was at this moment.
You knew you'd fucked up. It said it got ILS, so I was like, win. Like I want to give more ILS approaches a go, if you know what I mean. Because I like to land the aircraft myself a lot.
That's why I like that little hop that I do. Because I hit an RNAV, a GPS, a localizer, an ILS, and a hand.
Well, I'm trying to hit the ILS. I'm probably too far out.
I'm just gonna flip buttons until something works.
Oh no, I know what it is. I'm gonna
Tower
contact tower.
Airbus
Fuck
Golf
it.
Hotel
15
India
miles.
Victor Echo 15 miles east inbound ILS runway 27 approach.
Airbus Golf, Hotel India, Victor Echo Tower. Altimeter tree 0.28 wind 27 tree at 12. Cleared ILS runway 27 approach.
Yeah, there's your clearance. Clarence.
Great. For some reason, all of the online text-to-speech just switched off. This is going to make landing a bit of a dick. Just need to collect the...
Do you have your missed approach set up
Nope.
as well?
Nope. Nope.
Giggle.
Nope. Nope.
So you're just you're half a pilot, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I am half a pilot because I just fucking land. I'm just waiting for the ILS.
I'm the half that
shit
gets the
to turn
fucking
up.
job done.
Yeah,
right?
I only need like the one opportunity to land. There's no other traffic around here anyway. Look.
I hope you have to go around on this approach after saying that. I hope that's I'm putting that on you for sure, 1000%. You're on a missed approach. You better set up missed approach into your GPS now, or at least know what the turn to what vector is for miss.
It doesn't really matter. I'll just go to 3,000 feet and circle round if I do have to do that anyway. I'm fucking high as a kite though, at 5,000 feet.
I'm trying to get there with you.
There's no ILS to pick up. There's no... I might have to go to autopilot too. No, it's not there either.
Ground, there is always 142 heavy IFR2 Lisbon ready to copy. There is always 142 heavy is clear.
Were you above your localizer? Are you trying to pick up your glide slope, your localizer?
Maintain 5,000 feet.
Because you got to be below it to capture localizer, not above it. So if you were above localizer, yeah, you didn't capture.
I think I've got a missed approach anyway.
God damn it!
It's alright. Fucking... I am a manual pilot anyway.
Take off runway 27, climb and
maintain 5,000 feet. Departure on 127.9 escort 1461.
That's fucking
There is always
fantastic to
142
hear.
heavy rear back
Yeah,
is correct.
it's not. It's annoying.
Contact ground on 118.0 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Half a pint.
Airbus India Victor Echo
Not at all.
273 at
I just got cleared to land.
runway 27. Cleared to land runway 27 Airbus India Victor. You don't have the ILS template pulled up?
The ILS and all that in coming up, but there's no diamonds. My diamonds are not there.
No, for this airport, I'm talking. Oh, never mind. No, you don't.
2,500.
I tell you what, I'll be very happy if I fucking pick up ILS. It's just not there, look. There's no fucking diamonds for me to pick up.
Yeah, because the autopilot's not configured for... You got flight director still on. Or, you got...
That doesn't make any difference, you dingle.
No.
There's
always 142 heavy taxi to and hold short of runway 27 using taxiway. Contact tower on 118.0 when ready.
It's gonna be a shitty fucking landing, because I've had to rush down like that. Speed
Is it activated in your flight plan?
Taxi to and hold short runway 27 it doesn't make any difference now, whether it's in the flight plan or up your arsehole, because I've just got to fucking land. And I'm low. I've brought it down too low too fast. How many minutes in trees?
142 heavy ready for departure runway 27 IFR to Lisbon. There is always 142 heavy hold short runway 27. No, you need to add power now. You need to bump the power hard and then bring it back down and clear those trees.
It's already happening as you're talking about me doing it.
Short runway 27, there is always 142 heavy. Okay, like, you're gonna run in the trees, you better be getting some power.
There is a very, very weird level of crosswind here.
500.
It's pulled me, the wind off these trees has just pulled me like to the right hand side high. Really horribly.
Microsoft's trying to kill you.
Yeah, and all my passengers, but it's okay.
400.
It's okay.
300.
Oh, that's not okay.
200.
I'm pulling back, I'm full back, I'm full back.
Before 25.
I've bounced horribly. I've bounced horribly.
118.0
It didn't set off the game's physics going, you're dead. So I'll take that.
Are you on fire?
No.
Yeah, are you on fire?
No. We're down. We're safe.
Then you're fine. If you're not on fire, then everything's okay. If you're on fire, you better GTFO.
Well, am I supposed to
they don't have fire suppression.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think they have fire suppression built into the game. So if you're crashing and you're on fire and you're landing, you better fucking end that flight quick before you die.
Ground Airbus Golf, Hotel India Victor Echo taxi to parking.
The offline talking is rubbish.
Parking via taxiway. Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Airbus India Victor Echo.
Well, that's interesting. I don't think I'm going to be able to quite get that turn. No, I'm doing all right. It's a heck of a turn. Well, we're not all the way forward, but we're in. Alright, parking brakes on. So that was interesting that the ILS didn't actually catch. I'm surprised there's no none of that, basically. I'm very surprised. There we go. An hour. It took. It said on the thing an hour and 30, and it took me 20 minutes longer. Ouch. Well. And you want aisle 2, do you now? Or are you going to do... What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck around on IL2 for a few minutes.
Okay, I'll quickly hop over. I have to change the stream info and stuff. So, no more happy little SkyBus. We've got aisle 2. I need a happy name for it. Oh, I'll just call it that. And I'll update the category. No results found. Don't you pull my dick.